Hello, my beautiful Scorpios. How are you today? I hope everyone's having a fabulous day wherever you are. It is 60 here today. I'm so happy to have my windows open. Last week, we had 6 inches of snow, and it was about 20 degrees highs, you know, with wind chills and the negative. So, yeah, gotta enjoy this weather, don't you? Scorpio, if you don't know who I am, I'm Brandy, and this is Sacred Arcana Tarot. Today, we're gonna do a general reading, but it's a love reading for all of you singles out there that are looking and ready to mingle. Bear with me, this is a new spread that I am getting acquainted with. So I've already shuffled. Let's get to your reading. Oh. Ooh, somebody has a lot. Ooh, interesting. And you have the wands on the bottom. 9 of wands. Scorpio. Man, oh man, oh man. Okay. So, let's see. Let's start with the 2 of Swords here. Scorpio, you have a choice before you. Not sure what kind of choice it is, but it's definitely a choice that is annoying you. It's definitely something that is making you feel like you can't move forward. You can't get away from it either. I mean, these ravens are just attacking and pulling these strings of hair from her. This definitely feels like a stalemate. It's like you've reached a point where you know you have to make a choice, but you are refusing to do so. You'd rather just kind of sit on the fence and see what happens. But Spirit is saying you really can't do that. Also, Scorpio, in this spread, these 3 cards signify a type of kind of like a scene setter, like the overall energy for the month. This shows the direction that your choice, your energy is heading, and then this is the ultimate outcome. So let's look at this. You have the 3 of wands. So you're at a crossroads, and then you're moving to the 3 of wands. I always view the 3 of wands as you've made a decision and you've sent out like little feelers, like little tentacles to see, you know, to see what's going to happen, right? But this is reversed. This feels like you are afraid to do that. It's like you are not willing to make an effort to send out that energy to even see what your options are at this point. And Scorpio, I feel like it's because of this. It's whatever this is that's causing you to just stick to the fence and not go left or right, because she's ultimately at the crossroads. See, she is standing in the middle of the crossroads, blindfolded. She's got birds flying around her head, you know, I mean, she's having a rough day. But ultimately it's her choice what happens, whether she goes to the left, goes to the right, gets rid of those annoying thoughts that are buzzing around. It's her decision. And that's what this comes down to. This comes down to you. You have to step up and not be afraid of what lies ahead. You've definitely got to step up and own your power. I mean, this feels like you're giving your power away. Like you're not even willing to use the power that you have to manifest what you want. So let's look at the 2 of wands, which is also in reverse. This is kind of like an echo of this. I mean, it's like you are so full of fear. You're scared of something. Are you scared to take that first step back into a relationship? I mean, this almost feels like you've either had a bad experience in the past to where you want love. On one hand, you want love, but on the other hand, you're like, what if I make the same mistake again? You know, what if I make that same choice as I did last time, and then it turns out horrific. Because this reversed, you're not willing to look ahead. You're not willing to even play with the idea of, do I stay or do I go? Because the Two of Wands is very much, normally when she's like this, she's looking out at the great world, right? She's like, man, I wonder what could happen out there. And the whole point of this is making a decision of whether or not you stay in your comfort zone, which is, in your home, or do you go out on your own into the world? When it's reversed, she's not capable of that. She's not even comfortable where she is. Her world is topsy-turvy. So for me, there's a lot of fear here. There's a lot of inability to see that there's any positive possibilities in the future. Especially here, this definitely feels like something from the past, because she's not looking forward here, she's looking backwards. It makes me wonder if, for some of you guys, there's some issue that Spirit is tapping into that is stemming from this. Okay, so let's move on to the Four of Wands. The way this is set up, this spread is set up, this card, when it overlaps these two, it kind of amplifies these two. So it's interesting that it's the Four of Wands, because the Four of Wands is very much a card of celebrations. It's that important milestone or moment. Maybe it's like a sweet 16th birthday, a wedding. It's those really, a graduation. It's those kind of milestones. Those milestones that come around only once in a lifetime, right? Although with weddings it can be more than one. But you know what I'm saying, Scorpio. This almost feels like you're focused less on the celebration itself, like what you're celebrating, and more on who you're celebrating it with. This very much feels like you need to find your kindred spirits. It's like you need to find your community. You need to find the people that are going to bring a smile to your face, that will love you just for you, just who you are. I think this for you is going to be similar to Libra, this card. This almost feels like an ideal. It's like this is what you're hoping for, and this is what you ultimately want to work towards, and it's the direction that you are heading in. You have got to make a choice, and you've got to let go of that fear, because once you do, Spirit is saying that you're really going to celebrate. You're really going to be in a zone of comfort, of love, of bliss. It's like this, when you're around people that love you for who you are, just how happy that is and how comfortable that is. And that's what this feels like. This almost feels like, Scorpio, you really need to work on your past relationships, like analyzing them and making the choice to see that just because a relationship didn't work in the past doesn't mean that future relationships will end the same way. And it's like you're hiding from this. You've closed your eyes to it. Spirit doesn't want you to live in fear. Like, this is not what Spirit wants for you. Spirit wants us to be happy and whole, and that's part of the journey. That's part of what we're here to work through, right? Are these fears, these, insecurities. We're meant to work through them. So your task for March is to work through this. You really need to face these fears. You need to pull that blindfold off and really look at it. Look at yourself. Look at the choices you've made. Look at the choices that you refuse to make. Because it's only when you take the blindfold off and accept yourself and the choices that you've made that you'll be able to move forward into this kind of situation where you're happy and you're around kindred spirits and you're in your community. It's your soul tribe, basically. It's your soul tribe. These are your soul sisters. Whether you're male or female, these are your soul sisters. So let's look at the King of Pentacles. The fact that he is overlapping these two reversed wands makes me think that this is someone that's going to be a mentor to you. The King of Pentacles is someone who he's been there, done that. He's built his life. He has, everything he has achieved, he's done it on his own, right? So he's like a business owner. He has the house of his dreams that he's built. He's got the family, his soulmate that he's always wanted. This feels very much like someone you are going to talk to. Someone that is able to really help you move through these fears. I don't see this as being a person that you would date. He is older. This feels more like a father figure. That's why I said like a mentor. It could even be a therapist. Because he's sitting on his couch, he's relaxed. I can just see him with like a little notebook going, all right, so tell me, what are your fears with love? What issues do you have with love? Tell me about your past relationships. That's kind of what this feels like to me. That's okay. If you've had any kind of traumatic breakup or past relationship, it may be that you need someone that is the King of Pentacles, very steady, very pragmatic, very confident. I mean, he's very warm. He's very comfortable providing for others, right? So he sees someone in need. He knows that he has plenty of wealth. He doesn't mind sharing. So it can be money. It can be knowledge. It can just be time. This feels like you're going to learn something from this King of Pentacles. He's going to come into your life in March to really kind of help you sort out this energy and these feelings. Okay, so ultimately the outcome for the month is Temperance in reverse. Holy cow. So normally Temperance is definitely, I always see him as balance, right? He's blending different energies together. He's able to, I don't want to say manipulate, but he's able to move energies in a way that you wouldn't think would necessarily happen. However, Scorpio, Temperance is reversed here. This definitely shows a type of imbalance, disharmony. I mean, this almost feels like you go to this person and you're talking to them, and whatever they're trying to help you work through this, and whatever they say, it almost feels like it makes you angry. Like it's almost like he's going to try and tell you something you don't really want to hear. Almost like you are closing yourself off from the ability to balance the issue. It's like this feels like you are so stuck with the negative aspects of past relationships or a past relationship that right now, even though this person's going to come into your life and try and help you, you're not ready to hear it. This definitely feels like you're not able to balance these emotions. It's going to take you some serious time to deal with these, to allow you to make the right choice for you. I mean, this could even be, instead of being balanced, you know how some people, it's like all or nothing. This can also be a warning not to make decisions based on that. Don't let it be an all or nothing situation. Don't make any like drastic decisions. Like don't, when you're talking to them, don't be like, you know what, I've decided to be a nun because I just can't handle relationships anymore. Spirit is saying, don't do that. Don't be that drastic or dramatic. Take it one step at a time. And I think that's going to be your issue, Scorpio. You're going to want to cleanse this energy pretty quickly, but it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take longer than you want it to. And that, Scorpio, that's not just you. I'm a Virgo, and that would be me too. I'd be like, what? No, this should have been finished 5 minutes ago. This is ridiculous. Part of your issue for March is you're going to have to be okay with the process of working through this. I don't see a relationship coming for you, Scorpio. Some of you might meet someone, since you do have the Four of Wands here and the King of Pentacles. I mean, that could be celebrating a relationship, but overall, I would say for most of you, it's working through past relationships before you can move on to the next great love. Your relationship is only going to be as good as what you bring to it. So if you are not fully present, if you're still, you know, 1 foot in the past, you're not going to be able to be the partner that the other person deserves, basically. I mean, you've got to work on yourself before you can expect someone to be there equally for you. And you've got to step up to the plate. And it looks like Spirit is saying you're not quite ready. You've got some things that you need to work through. And you're going to find it through, you're going to work through it through your soul tribe and through some kind of mentor. So you've got to do that before you can get the love that you deserve and you truly, truly want. Because right now, I don't think you really know what you want. I think you're so focused on the past. I mean, all 3 of these are looking backwards. She's looking this way. She's looking this way. She's looking this way. There's something in your past that you have got to work through and let go, Scorpio. If you don't, no matter what, these new relationships that come to you, they're not going to last. It's not going to work out because you haven't learned a lesson from the past. You haven't let go of something from the past. And Spirit is saying until you can reach this, you're not going to meet a partner who is fully what you're deserving of. Wow, Scorpio! Sorry for the good news and bad news. That is kind of a bad news kind of reading. I hate that. Oh, that feels like something I would get. But like I said, I'm a Virgo and we got something completely different. Scorpio, I'm sorry if I brought you bad news. Let me know in the comments if this resonated, if you're having any issues with a past relationship, or if you know who this King of Pentacles is. If you got something out of this, please hit that like button, tap that subscribe button, and ding that bell notification. Lets you know when I upload new videos. Thank you so much. I wish everyone a blessed day. Lots of love to you, Scorpio. Bye.